So lots of the time people wonder, what's a day really look like for me. I think my days when I'm heavy in the field, are pretty self-explanatory, really. It's no different than anybody else's. I run calls. I spend less time actually personally doing calls at this point, as much as either training or supervising on calls. That's where a lot of my time gets spent now. But when I'm on site, I'm still helping with the service call. It's just I'm making sure that the techs we got on site are either doing it properly, or if they need any training on it or stuff like that. But today I'm gonna try my best. I tried it once before and it didn't turn out. The footage didn't turn out as well as I'd hoped, so I just scratched the whole idea at the time. But I'm gonna see if I can capture what a very office day would feel like. So I had several things scheduled for today for myself. A number of those things either got rescheduled or some other people came available. For example, I've got a chiller call at one of our buildings. It's got a low saturation sensor alarm, or an RTAA, air cooled. My lead on my chiller team wasn't available. I was going to go with one of the other guys, but he's supposed to be finishing up a project before lunch, and we're going to be there after lunch. So I'm going to let him run it, and so we'll see if I'm needed out there. But anyway, so that kind of freed up some time, and then we had a software update training for our system, for the what we use in the field for the techs to keep up with everything. Anyway, there's an update on that because we've been having issues with it, and we're supposed to be doing a training today on it, so I can go then train my team on it. But that got rescheduled. So I've got several proposals I need to get out today, on top of just the constant day-to-day that comes in. It's actually colder today than it was yesterday. So I'm probably gonna. So yesterday I surprised my team with a bunch of coffee on site because it was just cold. It's the first really cold day. We're doing cooling towers. It's not fun. I might do it again today. So I think everybody really enjoys that, and it helps give them all a boost. Anything I can do to just make their day a little bit better, I usually try to. So anyway, I'm gonna quit gabbing, and let's see what we do. Day we have a wellness check at the shop we have to do, and it's just it's a temperature check where we just we pull through, they check our temp, they ask us some questions on how we're feeling, and not having any symptoms, and our temperature is where it needs to be, and we pass, we can move on. So made it's helped out so far. We've been able to contain and control our team's health very well, and we've been very fortunate and had a lot of success in that area. So anyway, time to get a wellness check. Alright, well, the meetings were fun, I guess. No, so the interview went, we got that knocked out. and we will make a decision on how we want to move forward there. Something I do want to say, especially for you guys that are in school or are close to finishing school, is you really need to pay attention to the principles and the basics of some of the things of this trade. For example, by the time you graduate, even if you're only going for a certificate and you've got like a year-long program or something, you should have superheat and subcool. Even if you don't fully understand it, fine. You should be able to explain what it is, or at minimum how to even check it. Anyway, so after that, we had some follow-up meetings, and we were discussing some the interview and some other items for the department, for PM department specifically. I still have several projects. I had one quick meeting where we've got another proposal we're putting together for a different property, or a property. They've got an old McQuay RTU that really needs to be replaced, but it's got a lot of problems. Anyway, so we had to talk about that and start getting that proposal together. We finally got a proposal out yesterday for that tail bearing on that CVHE, so hopefully that'll come back soon. It's going to be several weeks of them kind of proposing it out and doing their thing. Everybody's got to go through it, just nature of the beast. Right now I'm on my way to a job site. We got another set of towers that we're cleaning. I'm going to pick everybody up something warm to drink. It'd be a nice little boost for everybody on site. And once I do that, and they need some help figuring something out on the bypass for one of the towers, then I'll be able to kind of get to a quiet place, sit down, and focus on trying to get some paperwork done. I need to get some proposals built out and put together, and there's a lot to do. So anyway, stay tuned, and we'll keep going through the day. Alright, so I get on site. There are some piping concerns about the cooling tower and being able to drain it and clean it and do all that good jazz. They're actually, come to find out, they're about to have the towers replaced in 2 months. So, that we're not going to be able to drain them like we were hoping to, due to a server room unit causing some problems for us. So the engineer is going to make a decision on whether or not he wants to try to do a partial clean without completely draining them and shutting them down, or whether he's just going to say, let's just not worry about cleaning it at all and just let it go, since he's about to get brand new ones anyway. So we'll see. I got my lead on site taking care of that, and as we're wrapping up that, I get a chiller call. We've got a chiller down, so I am running there to check that out, see what's going on. I've still got all the paperwork, none of it's gotten done. I'm up a little over 50 emails right now I need to catch up on. We've got a meeting now scheduled for tomorrow morning. We've already got a pretty full day tomorrow as it is. So, and keep in mind, I've done a couple of these driving time lapses, so you're not just sitting there staring at me while I drive. But the entire time, I'm on the road in between locations. I'm on the phone. I'm getting messages. I'm having a lot happen even during that time, during those moments. So I may not be capturing that on camera, but it's definitely happening. So yeah. yeah, it keeps it just when you start dealing with operations like ours to get this, there's just a lot that goes on, and then stuff like that happens where your camera just decides to dislodge, and now I'm getting phone call, and yeah, this is the daily drive. Let's catch this.
All right, thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Yep, that's every day. So you want to see my daily life? Yeah, it's just a constant go. It's just yeah, that's what I do every day. And then, you know, the moments I capture on video or I'm in front of equipment, that's just kind of, it's like this call, you know, it's an emergency call came in, need somebody to jump on it, and, you know, I'm available, or it's a call that only I can run, something like that, whatever. So it just, we jump and go. That's just all there is to it. So I'll try to see if I can get some footage on this chiller call. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to capture, but either way, we'll get something. Alright, so I couldn't get any footage of that chiller call. It did, I mean, I got there, I don't know, around 11, and it's after 2 o'clock now. It's an automation issue. The automation system is not communicating properly. It's got a whole bunch of invalid points. I mean, it's an absolute mess at the end of the day. So we've got to do something about that automation, and they're working to correct it over time, and I think they're looking to possibly replace it soon, which would be great. In the meantime, I made sure the chiller did come back online and was functioning properly along with the rest of the plant. So, because this morning the chiller wouldn't turn on first thing this morning, and then they tried messing with it and they got the chiller to turn on, but the automation wasn't controlling the fans, the tower fans, and so it ended up overheating the condenser water, causing the chiller to surge like crazy. So anyway, it was a mess. I'm way behind on my schedule for today. I've got another call that came up for a RTAA, air-cooled. So I'm on my way there now, and I'm going to check it out, see what's going on there. I'm really hoping I've got some time at the end of the day. I can sit down and work on some stuff. I've got several guys, it's a lot to keep up with. I mean, it's tough, you know, but we're making it happen, making it work. I'm already tired. My brain is trying to keep up. Yeah. I got some phone calls I need to make before I get here. So, I'll see if I can get some footage of this chiller call, since I couldn't do any of the last one. And we'll go from there. We'll see what's going on. It's having a low saturation alarm. So, we'll see what it says. Well, I was able to get some footage for that chiller call, and I'll be getting that posted in a separate video at some point this week, hopefully. Got to get all the editing and stuff done for it. But that is a day in my life in the field. I mean, today was honestly kind of I had so much going on today, I was having trouble keeping up, which this is not an abnormal day, honestly. I kind of wish it was sometimes, but you know, it is what it is. I didn't get any paperwork done at all today, and I've got an entire day booked tomorrow. I've got no availability, so yeah. Hopefully Friday, I'm hoping I can take and keep my Friday open, and I can sit down, and it's going to be a day of just all out paperwork and processing and reports and proposals, and all kinds of fun stuff that I just struggle keeping up with during the week. So we'll see what tomorrow looks like. That'll depend on what I can do Friday. So in the meantime, I am headed home, and like I said, I'll be getting that chiller video out soon. So I appreciate you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Just kind of a glimpse into my hectic days that I have, and kind of the behind the scenes of what you see or what you don't see every day in between all the various calls that I'm posting and stuff I'm putting up. This is kind of the background of what it looks like on the other side. Just a day full of phone calls and emails and messages, and then bouncing all that mixed in with all the calls that I'm trying to keep up with all at the same time. But you get to this level and you do what I do. This is just part of what comes with that, I don't have to do